at this point, you really don't have an excuse. Hey everybody, David Paskin here, your Torah tech guy. I'm here to share with you some great tech for your great Torah or whatever amazing content you're sharing online in the digital space. Excuse me. We don't have an excuse anymore, folks. We do not have an excuse to look crummy in Zoom meetings or on YouTube or anywhere else. If you're still using your webcam, I want to bring 3 good options to your attention if you don't know about them already. The first one we just talked about, and that is the Elgato, the Insta. Oh, now it's not working. Come on. Oh, it's not working. Oh, that stinks. Let me see if I can change this. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, I kind of figured I needed a restart, but that's okay. The first is the Insta360. So this is my Insta360 right here that you're looking at. It's about a $300 webcam. It's incredibly powerful. You can pre-program it to different places because it has pan, tilt, zoom. It's got all of that built into it. It's a little tiny, what do you call it? Head on it that moves around, and like a PTZ camera. And it's got a nice crisp picture. The Insta360 is a really, really, really good option for you. If you don't need all the movement that it might do, then Elgato just announced last week, and I wanted to show this to you, but it's not going to let me, I don't think. Let's see if I can start up my NDI scan converter. There we go. That should work. And we'll capture, what are we going to capture? We're going to capture the Brave browser. Now I'm going to be able to bring that in over here. I just got to double click here, and there we go. All right. There we go. So the Facecam Pro. Now the Facecam came out, was it last year? And it was a little underwhelming, to be honest with you. But the Facecam Pro, which is also about $300. So we'll talk about the pricing in a second. This is 4K 60, which means very, very high resolution, very, very high frame rate. I haven't tested this myself, but everything that I've seen online tells me this is a killer, fantastic webcam. This, by the way, does not have a microphone built in. You shouldn't be using a built-in microphone anyway, but just be aware of that if you're buying it. So you've got the Insta360, which is, now I can show you now that I set that up, which is right there, the Insta360 Link, which is this tiny guy, and you've got the Elgato Facecam Pro. These are 2 fantastic webcam options. Now, they're both $300, and that is expensive for a webcam. There's no 2 ways about it. You can get cheaper webcams. They're just not going to look as good. They're just not going to look as good. Now, why would you do this as opposed to getting maybe a low-end mirrorless camera like the, let's see, the Sony, what's it called? The Sony ZV-1F, I think it's called, just came out. It's about $500, just under $500 maybe. Really nice camera. Why might you do this instead of that? Well, this gives you the simplicity of a webcam. It's a USB plug, you plug it in, it works. With those other cameras, you have to kind of do USB to a different USB, or if you want really high quality, you have to go through a capture card using HDMI. It can get a little confusing. This, you plug it in, it just works. Either the Facecam Pro from Elgato or the Insta360 Link. But there is a third option, and this is really why we don't have an excuse anymore. And that is what I talked about last week, continuity camera. You can use your iPhone, which has a fantastic camera right on it, as your webcam for Zoom or for any other platform. Now, big old disclaimer. I turned mine off because it was getting really annoying. Every time I had any sort of video, app open, Zoom or for me, Ecamm Live or anything else, every time I got near my computer, my phone asked me, do you want to connect? Do you want to connect? Do you want to connect? And I never wanted to connect because I don't use it on a regular basis. So I turned it off. But if you don't live in Zoom, if you don't live on these streaming services, and you don't have another camera, a better camera that you use regularly, continuity camera is really, really powerful. It does connect seamlessly. I talked last time about the one thing about if you press disconnect, how you have to then plug it into your computer, which is a little weird to me, but Barring that and barring the annoyance of it always connecting, I always have Zoom open. So it just constantly wanted to use continuity camera, which I guess is great if you want to use continuity camera. I did not, and so it just got a little annoying. So I turned it off in my phone settings, which, by the way, if you're interested, is under settings, general, and then AirPlay and handoff. The continuity camera switch is right in there. But this really is, these three options, I would say, right now, these are, if you don't want to do a mirrorless camera or a DSLR camera or anything like that, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, these are the three best options. The Insta360 Link, the Elgato Facecam Pro, and if you want to spend zero money, you've already got a phone, continuity camera. It just works. All three of them just work. I've talked a lot about how it matters, the experience that we create when we're teaching Torah, when we're leading services, when we're doing all these things. The experience that we create is in large part connected to the quality of our audio and the quality of our video. Of course, the Torah is the most important thing. Of course, the content is most important. But the experience that participants have when they're receiving that from us is influenced heavily by the audio and the video quality. And so if you feel like you've got your audio down, right? Because audio comes before video. You want to make sure your audio is good first. If you feel like you've got your audio down using a nice USB mic or maybe something a little fancier, great. Next, improve your camera. Grab your iPhone if it's a later Model 10 or later iPhone with a really good camera, or grab the Insta360 Link or the Elgato Facecam Pro, not the regular Facecam, the Facecam Pro, and you'll be able to provide a really, really good experience for your participants, both in video and in audio. If you want to learn more about any of these cameras, I do have them linked on my gear section at TorahTechHigh.com/gear. That's where you can find lots of other information I have available for you. Tweet, follow, like, push the button, do all the things you're supposed to do on social. I don't even understand them all, but that's there for you. So you don't have an excuse. Stop using your webcam. It is the worst possible camera you can use. Use your iPhone if you don't want to spend a penny. And if you're willing to shell out a few bucks and you want to have your iPhone for other things, the Insta360 Link or the Elgato Facecam Pro. That's the tip. I'll see you next week. Next week, we're diving into everything exciting that happened at Zoomtopia, which is going on right now. I have to get back to Zoomtopia. Bye, everyone. See you later.